Hello and welcome to today's new video. In this video I want to show you how to disassemble the B&O S3. Of course, the first step is obviously to take off this grill here, which is easily exchangeable. Then you have your open drivers. Then you have to take this screwdriver. Maybe you can see the numbers here. Yeah, you need this screwdriver. Then you have to unscrew 4 screws from the main driver, and then it easily comes off, so there is no sealing whatsoever because the speaker isn't waterproof or anything. And then you have to take it out without damaging anything. There is nothing to damage, so yeah, it isn't that hard. And then you can have a look at the massive driver. You can really see that it is very nice. I was quite surprised when I take a look inside, because when you smell on it, it smells like a brand new B&O product. So not like a, I don't know, cheap China product like the Beolit 15 or the B&O A1. It really smells very nice in there, just yeah, as a quality check. I don't know if you can say it like this. And what I also noticed is that it is quite empty in there. So all of the internals like amps and crossovers have a lot of room to circulate some air, so maybe cooling is quite nice in here. There's a lot of space for the driver to have some backup room, which of course is nice. And also the driver itself, yeah, looks quite beefy with the magnet. I think everything is in frame. Nice magnet over here, maybe I can zoom in even more. And yeah, everything looks nice. What I also noticed is that it is very hard to press on the driver when it is screwed in. But if you take it out, it becomes way more loose. This is the same thing which happened to the A1. This is just because of the pressure inside of the housing, as it is a closed enclosure. You have a pressure inside, and this is what makes the driver move so under control. Because if you would take it like this, it moves way more. And there are some, I don't know, base artifacts or something. And if it is screwed in, there is a backup force for the driver, so it doesn't move that much. Yeah, but now I will zoom out again, so we have some more space. And then I can, of course, try a track, and we can take a, closer look at this driver move here, as it looks, very beefy, very high quality. I think it might even be made by FIFA, or maybe B&O makes their drivers themselves. I'm not sure, but it looks, very nice, very high quality. I think one of them might be maybe, $30 to $50 when you buy one new. Of course, B&O pays much less, as they buy here, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of them. But now let's try a track. Therefore, I will turn down the gain of the microphone a bit, as the speaker is a bit louder.
You say I'm wrong, so tell me why you're saying I'm a killer with a...
And of course, it sounds very, very tinny. And if you would place it inside, even without these screws screwed on, it becomes way fuller, just because the driver has a backup room, which of course every loudspeaker needs. And now let's try another track. Yeah, of course you could hear that it became much louder in the last seconds, and of course also much bass heavier, just because it has this body now. And of course without the body it sounded very tinny compared to with the body, which is of course obvious. And yeah, I think the driver looked very nice. I could I don't know, look at it all the time for hours, just because it looks very cool. I hope this was enough of you. Maybe there will also be a disassembled bass test. Maybe some of you like this. I think this was enough. Maybe I will also give you some more footages of the inside, so maybe you want to change something with the speaker or anything. I don't know, but yeah, maybe just a more closed up shot as you already got right now. Yeah, of course, if you liked the video, please leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Until then, have a great time and bye bye.